Alright folks, welcome along to another episode of Saving Grandad's Farm. My name, as always, is Alex, and you join me here as we've been doing a little bit of work with some landscaping today, really, with the Merlot. You can see that this is a little bit of hardcore that we had brought in, left over from when we were doing a bit of demolition work around here. We had to put a little bit more of a driveway through as part of the plan here to kind of open this road up. I've hung a gate all by myself here, put a new gate in. It looks good. We just need to let that hedge grow a little bit there and it'll fill in that gap nicely. But look at this. There you go. It hangs and it balances perfectly as well. Fantastic work to see. Very happy with myself for that one. So, we've got a few things that we need to do today. What we're going to go and do is pick up the 7840. Eventually, later on, we're going to get out with a bit of cultivation. We need to get some work done there. You'll also see over here, we drilled some grass seed in, or sowed some grass seeds a little bit, because we're not having this road through anymore. And look at this, come on, great guns there, it really has. Once these potatoes are ready to roll, which I'm not really sure when that will be, but they're getting there, they're still in flower at the moment, so a little bit longer yet. We will be planting some more trees here, so this will become a bit more of an orchard, but let's get a bit more grass in here as well. So we've got a little bit, we've got to track through so we still get to the sheep and the hens, which is always necessary. Today though, we need to focus a little bit on the orchard. We need to get some muck onto all of the greenhouses. We also need to make sure they're looking good for water there, but we also need to go and fill in the hole that my cousin left, Harry left when he was here last week, helping with a bit of baling there. So we're going to use whatever hardcore is left here to kind of fill in that hole really, but I think we'll just take the Ford to do it. Now as you can hear behind me, there's what sounds like a caterpillar tracks going backwards and forwards, and that's because it is. I'm going to show you exactly what that is in a moment. We're just going to pick up the 7840 first to go and bring the trailer over. So we'll stick on the old yellow trailer there. And then we're ready to go. All the bales have been collected. Everything's looking good there. We need to do a little bit more cultivation work. Which is why we'll be out in the case there very shortly later on today, just to make sure we can get that done. So it's the last of the land that we need to work over here. We're just going to kind of turn over the top couple of inches. It's not going to be plowed over yet. It's the rye ground, of course, that we were in, and that we had those bales to clear. And then we'll be pretty much all done, really. There's a few fields out the back there which need to be plowed in now as well. Now the bales are being moved from those. So yeah, we've got a little bit just getting caught up really, but we're in a great place. We don't need anything else drilling at the moment. We're looking good for that. There's a chance this week that we might be doing something with the field grass that we planted back in the spring. We might be looking to get that baled up soon, because I don't know if it's going to keep, and I'm not sure how many more nice days we're going to get there to try and get any hay off there. So we might just kind of bale it all up there and see how that looks, and then get a better crop off it next year as well. So very much an interesting case to watch that one for sure. But yeah, otherwise everything is going very well indeed. We're just going to go back in through the house at the moment for the main driveway, but whilst we sneak around here, very early preliminary work has started on the pig yard here. So I'm going to stop right here. Got a contractor in recently, and all we're doing at the moment here with this beast of a big old thing is scraping off the topsoil really, which you can see we've got over here that we're going to have to get shifted at some point there. But this fella is just kind of scraping off the topsoil, giving us a level surface that, in the footprint of the shed really. Got a little bit further to go back there, and the aim and the idea being is that we can then start to get some soil testing done, get some samples taken away there, make sure that's all looking good, and then we can get the plan all put in there and make sure it all looks good and get it all approved, and we'll be laughing. So yeah, we just got to take our time. The track excavator, I think as they like to call it, that arrived just the other night, but like last night, but this is all today's work really, so we've let him do it, and he's got a bit more work to do there. But yeah, it's making a nice even job, that's for sure, and can't really knock him for it. So that's what's happening though. That's exciting. It's we're making some really good progress and things are moving along very nicely indeed. But all we need to do is just keep ourselves out of his way and let him get cracking there really. What we'll probably do here is, I think we'll just reverse in and around that corner. We'll fill this load of stone up, and then we'll go and tip it. It didn't take much to pull this out in the end there. I just had to go and get another a bigger chain from a neighbor because I didn't have a tow chain, which we're gonna have to rectify that one soon. But yeah, we got a solution, because yeah, we were able to get ourselves all pulled out, and then yeah, after that it wasn't too much of an issue there at all. But bit of a red face from my cousin, but hey, these things happen. No real damage apart from to a hole in the ditch. But we're going to put a bit of rock down there now, and we should be looking good. Okie dokie there. Now then, need to test the agility here of the old Merlot, just so we can get around a pile of stone. There's an old pipe that we're going to put in there as well, but the water will drain through the rock anyway. This is just an easy way for me to really get rid of that stone down there, and just to kind of fill in that hole, because whilst it's not an issue for anyone driving along the road, should anyone pull over there, or even for me getting in and out of that gateway anytime soon, it does leave things a little bit tight. I took the second load there, and yeah, I nearly slipped into it as well. It is just a little bit too narrow there with the trailer. Our trailer's not even that big anymore by comparison, but yeah, it's still tough. It is still a tough one. So we'll have to wait and see what this looks like, and hopefully this will do it. If we need to do any more repair work, then we'll cross that bridge. But yeah, I'm fairly confident this will do it. Besides, there's going to be all manner of stone coming into the property here soon enough, as we look to get that all set up with the pig farm. So we'll see. But I'm looking forward to getting some action with that. Really, it shouldn't be too long before we get a kind of an insight as to what's happening and how we're getting on there. So that'll be good. And then I don't have a time frame yet either. So I'm expecting it might take quite a while, to be honest. If it does, it does. But yeah, as long as we're making some progress, you can see something's happening, which is the main thing. And I just need to figure out what I'm going to do and where I'm going to tip a load of topsoil, but hey ho. Now, we're going to leave this here for now, because we do actually need to come back. There's a chance that we'll have to come back and just level things out with the loader. So we'll leave that there, and then we'll have to come back and do a little bit of work around the orchard as well. But hey, this won't take us too long. He's still ticking forward. I'm not sure how easy that thing would be to drive there. I can't imagine it's the easiest, but he's doing a stellar job with it, that's for sure. Really, really is. Okay, so I hope everything is going just dandy with yourself. Do let me know down below what you're working on, as always, and what you're driving. We're seeing some beautiful weather at the moment there, so I hope you are too, wherever you may be. But yeah, this has been a great week or so for us to really just get cracking along. It really, really has. This field that was rye, we're going to go and stick it into a load of wheat this year. See how that fares up. And then we'll see from there. We'll start a new cycle from there. But you can see, look at that. Now we got the old, now we've got the tractor out of here. It looks like it's just washed away over time somehow. And it's a pretty aggressive little, almost a storm drain down there now. So we want to kind of prevent that from happening again to anybody. Especially one of my tractors again. But yeah, we'll just kind of tip this into here. I'm sure it could take a little bit more, but right now at least, I just want to get this load tipped into here. Now, can I go back any further? Ooh, yes. Ballerford. That'll do us there. Up she goes. And as you can see, it's kind of filling up nicely. I will curious to see if we need any more in there. We might have to come and scoop it around a little bit with the telehandler, like I mentioned. But hey, that will certainly fill the hole up a little bit. Just looking good. Now let's see if we can get ourselves into here. There we go. Perfect. All right then. It's not looking too bad. Maybe one more load would have done, but we don't have any more for now. So like I say, we'll shuffle that around a little bit with the telehandler and make sure it's all looking okay, which it should be. And then we should be going to feel a lot safer with that, a lot happier with that one there now. But I'll get onto that one later on in the day, make sure that's all looking good. Like I said, today we've got that cultivation to do there. What we need to do is get back on top of the orchard first. So we just need to make sure that everything is looking good, that all the greenhouses have the water supply fixed and functioning properly, which means that we can use the pump again from our ground source, which is going to be kind of neat. But we'll just go back into the yard before we do that. Now, because we got rid of the old Fiat as well, the mailer will do a lot of the shuffling around of the water tank. The water we don't really need a PTO, which is handy there, so we can just use kind of gravity to feed everything. So it works pretty well. The water pump does have a kind of similar to like an old oil pump, really. The name of which I can never remember there, but it's all it's momentum driven, so it works pretty well. It saves us having to kind of fuel it in any way. I am thinking that maybe one day we might stick like a little solar panel on the top and get an electric pump just to see if it's a bit more efficient. I think that might be a good job for the winter though. As long as it's working right now, we're good. There's other things I can focus my time on. All of the straw that we picked up the other day has all gone into that little the L shape, or the dog leg really, of that barn. We have plenty of space for more straw, which is good news moving forward. So that when we do get into a position to bale up next year's harvest, we'll have plenty of straw and plenty of space to store it, more importantly. Okay. So yeah, you can just see it's all kind of tucked into there. We're just going to stick this back into here. Like so. Perfect. Oh, you can still hear him chugging along there. I wonder if you hear that from inside the cab as well. That would be a bit tedious. So yeah, as you can see, each of the beds here need a bit of muck dropping into it, and then each of the water tanks do as well. Will need a bit of a top up. So as we come around the corner, we have got our little building here. Open this up, and there's our tanker. So we're just going to come in. We'll hook this all up there. We'll just do a bit of a round, getting this all fed up and fueled up, really. I think is the best way to describe it, and then we'll be out and about in the case for a little bit as well. So what I might just do, actually, I'm gonna go and take this load of stone down later on, so we'll just kind of drop this over here for now, so it's not blocking my way anywhere. So I can still get out with the truck there. Wonderful. Okay. Really, I'm very pleased that we opted to go for the Merlot in the end here. It's a massive step up. It really does boost everything that we're trying to do here. We've still got the old little the Weedman. That does a great job as well, especially when you need to get into the greenhouses. If I'm shifting any quantity of muck around, which I am now, I want to be doing with a bigger bucket. I really do. The orchard trees will probably need some feeding up there as well, but we'll do that with the Weedman because it's just a little easier. What we'll do is go around and fill in all these troughs though for now. And we'll start with this one. There's a few tree branches here we could probably do with shifting. There we go. Such a nimble machine here. It's ideal. Really is. Now these ones you can't really get on. There you go. Lift that up a bit. You gotta kind of just go with a bit of an angle here. We didn't have any left there at all. Have to get some more as well. I am looking to try and see if we can do a bit of a straw for muck deal with somebody. Because yeah, we do rely on having our own manure for the orchard. We don't have any at the moment this year. We'll get a little bit when we start to have the pigs in, but that's not going to be for a while. So we could ideally do with trying to find a solution that will help us through with this. So anyone who's looking to buy any straw in there, if you want to buy it at a lower price and we can figure out how to haul some muck back, I'm all for that. Let me know and we'll see what we can do. Let's see if this needs any up here. Just about do it there. Give it a little bit of a boost. I'm excited to see what the potatoes like when they start to come through. That shouldn't be too far away at all, hopefully. Be really good to see that kind of really flourish. Now we do have the potato greenhouse as well, so we probably won't do any more planting out in the field, just because it's you can't control it as well, in my opinion. We're already seeing better results coming through from the greenhouses there. It was a nice experiment, but I think that might end up just being all it was. So, but yeah, it did kind of test the theory, if nothing else. Didn't cost me anything to do necessarily, so I can always work with that. Okay, so we got those smaller greenhouses. We're going to try it with this again, just to see with the larger bucket there. See if we can kind of squeeze it in. Maybe have to get in on a wee bit of an angle. Wonderful stuff. Not much left in here, but we'll just stick the next one down anyway there. They do take an awful lot of water. That's one thing you've really got to factor in if you're ever thinking of setting up your own greenhouse business as well. What's your water situation like? How much is there? What's the pressure like? And what's the availability? And how much is it on a meter there, or is it on a fixed amount there? Because yeah, all these things you need to kind of factor in. If you're a fixed annual fee, then you're going to see that's going to change after the first year and a bit, because the water board are definitely going to notice there's a very sharp intake and usage, so they'll be after more money. So factor that one in where possible. We were very fortunate that we could actually apply for and acquire a direct like a drilling license, I guess, into to tap into a spring. That worked very, very well. So, but not everyone is in that position. Not everyone has a spring working underneath their location, so it's certainly something you have to factor in there. Fantastic stuff. All right, so there you go. That's one part of it done. Let's just go and grab the Bowser here. Round we come. Wonderful stuff. And so this is how we do fill it up. It is coming through the pump in there. The pumping station, like I say, pumps it up from about, I think we're about 25 meters below ground, into this tank here where it stays until we need it, and then we get it pumped out into there. And then obviously, as and when this tank volume lowers, the pump just brings some more back up there, and we're looking good. And that's it, really. It's simple as that. And I think it's an absolutely fantastic system. It works an absolute charm as well. Okie dokie then. So, like I say, just be able to zip around with the Merlot in here. It doesn't really notice actually there's a big weight on the back of it, which is quite remarkable. But just lugging it around nice and easy. And we are just going to start really by filling up some of the easier options here. We need to do the orchard trees as well, which is where we'll probably end up. But I think we'll just get all this done. That'll pretty much do it. I've got an afternoon sitting on the tractor today, which is always fun. Get that ground worked over there with our new set of Pottinger discs. We have been acquiring recently into a new baler, and whilst that's doing its thing, I have a bit of a wonder. I'm thinking and I'm hoping that we're going to change out the Galagnani. It's been a nice first baler for me, but it's just missing a few things, to be honest. And I think that it's just it's in need of a change. So we're gonna wait and see what the quote is that I get back. I won't tell you anything more about it just yet there, but it is gonna be a pretty much brand new baler, which is gonna be awesome news. So watch out, because hopefully one of these tractors here will be pulling something which looks a little bit different there. But yeah, I'll show you as much as I can as soon as I can about that one, because I don't own it yet, so it's not mine to do so. But until next time, I think what we can do is leave it here. Let me know down below in the comments if you have an idea of what baler we might be going for there. We'd really love to know what you think it might be. And we will see you all in the next one. Till then, though, I have been Alex. This has been another episode of Saving Grandad's Farm, with lots happening as always. And hope you have enjoyed, and we'll see you all in the next one. Till then, do stay safe, enjoy what you're doing, and we'll catch you later.